Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we're going to give you all a brief tour of Makkah International Institute Learning Center. This room that I'm standing in now, this is our adult learning area. And by adult learning area, we mean mainly our students that are above the 9th grade. So when you think of adults, this will be the area for students that are above 9th grade. Let's see the rest of the building. This area here would be our kitchen. So there probably will not be a stove in this room, but we are planning for there to be a refrigerator. And it will have a small door, French style door, Dutch door. We'll have a small Dutch door that can go here so that, if there are kids on the outside, they can still see who's in the kitchen, but they will not be allowed to enter the kitchen. So this is the kitchen area. And this area here is going to be our administrative area. So payments will be collected in this room. Secretary will be housed here, answering phone calls, taking visitors. This is kind of like headquarters for the building. So all the processing and administrative tasks will take place inside of this office area. Now we haven't decided yet if we're going to take this table out or if we're going to leave it in the building. So for those of you who are watching this video, give us some feedback. Let us know, do you like this table? Do you think we should take it out? Maybe you can give us some ideas of a different style desk that could work better in here for our administrators. But as of now, this is the table we have. It came with the building. The previous owner of the building said that she spent about $1,500 for this table. So I've never really priced these tables, but it obviously holds a lot of value. All right. Now this area here is going to be our homeschool area. So the Learning Center will be primarily a daycare center, but as you can see, it will also be somewhat of a community center. So there are going to be different programs that are taking place, primarily daycare center, but there will be some other programs. One of those programs being the homeschool. So we're not expecting there to be too many homeschool students, no more than about maybe 25 students, but they'll be here. So elementary, middle school, high school, possibly high school. We're not expecting there to be too many high school students at all. We're mainly preparing this area to be mainly elementary and middle school students. And so what we have discussed so far, and this is, we're also somewhat of a late start because it's July, and school's going to be starting in August. But we're kind of thinking about this area being a traditional Islamic learning environment. So when I say traditional, I mean there'll probably be a teacher who will maybe have a chair here, and the students will most likely be on the carpet. So we're hoping that this will be a very subconscious way of teaching the students respect, character building, help them to learn humility. So rather than put a lot of emphasis on punishment and discipline, we're kind of putting more emphasis on being creative and being preventive in our discipline measures. So maybe one classroom will be here. If you can imagine there being a person on a chair and a rug, maybe about 5 to 8 students. Also, there being the same setup here. Again, a teacher, some students around him, very focused, very intimate learning. And maybe another teacher here, rug, okay, some students. Students can kind of walk across the back of the room if they need to leave. And in this area here, maybe some type of a table in case we need to do a lab. They can bring out a table, do some projects. If we need to do some coloring, if we need to make a poster, any type of project that we would need a table for, we can kind of keep the table away from the learning area, and then when it's needed, we can bring them out. So this room also has a door. This door goes out to the front yard. So you get some nice, beautiful sunshine. Okay, we do have a main street, but as you can see, we have a fence. So kids will be able to come out and kind of enjoy the front yard as well. You can see the rest of the building. Okay, now this area here, we're kind of hoping that this will be for students that are younger than 5 years old. So we're looking at mainly from ages 1 to 4. And we kind of have it broken up into little areas so they can kind of transition in a very fluid manner. Just like upstairs, we have the table here. They practice their writing, coloring, work with manipulables, maybe math. They can do that at the table. So maybe about 6 students can fit here and work on some focused work. This will be a separate classroom here, same setup. And we have not fully furnished the area, so we only have just some blocks that are here now. But this area, we're planning for it to be the play area. They can kind of work on some real world tasks. We're going to have some cots set up so they'll be able to take naps. And we'll probably also have some extended workstations here as well. So this entire area will be more like a multi-purpose room where they can kind of go from their manipulables to the toys to, story time. Maybe put a rug down and have this story time. All of those non-academic endeavors can be done in this area here. So we have adequate, well adequate area for that. And this fence, of course, will not be here. We're just doing some repairs. So I just brought her into the building just until we finish the fence up. But behind the fence, you can see that we have some storage area. And we have another sink, so we can do wudu, teach the kids wudu, wash hands, all those good things. And we're going to look at one more area upstairs. We have our restroom area as well, 2 stalls. And this is our last room. Both of these rooms are going to be for students that are less than 1 year. So we'll have students on this side. We'll also have some students on this side. We haven't decided how we're going to set it up, but one will probably be for those students that are not walking, and then another side for those students that are walking. But less than 1 year old, this is going to be their kingdom, where they can kind of develop. And we'll have another sink here that, so there'll probably be some changing of diapers, so, want to make sure that the staff will be clean. They'll be able to wash their hands regularly. We just have just one table here, but these are the tables where the students can actually sit down in the tables so that the teacher can keep an eye on everybody at the same time and also provide adequate instruction. So this is most of the building. We didn't really do too much of a tour on the outside, but it's enough for people to kind of see what we have going on. We're very interested in getting some feedback on doing Montessori, traditional Islamic, Waldorf education. So if you may know of someone, or you yourself may know of Waldorf concepts or Montessori concepts, traditional Islamic studies, then please do share with us, because we like to learn. All right, that concludes our video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.